If you've got a large family, but not such a big income, going on holiday can seem like an impossible dream. Getting 5 or 6 people onto a plane and into a hotel for a couple of weeks is such an enormous sum of money that caravans like this really start to make a lot of sense. It's the Swift Challenger 630. It's a 6-berth, twin-axle model and offers an awful lot of van and quite a lot of luxury for just a shade over £23,000. Now, not much has changed to the Challenger range for 2015, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a great looking van, just like all of the Swift range, and to my mind the Challengers are the best looking of the lot. For 2015 there's a new one-piece door, revised graphics and these rather natty Scorpion alloy wheels. And the specification includes Alco ATC stability control, an external gas barbecue point and a solar panel on the roof. So far no surprises, but there are a few to be found inside. This lounge for instance. Now there was a time when an L-shaped lounge was a fairly common sight, but these days it's fallen out of favour with people preferring the parallel lounge because it offers a bit more space around it and also makes a slightly larger double. But in this van it works really brilliantly. There's a small coffee table mounted there, and should you need more space there's a proper table mounted in the back of the van. If you really must have a parallel lounge, the Challenger SE625 costs exactly the same as this and boasts a largely similar layout, but with a parallel lounge. The downside is that you get a tiny corner washroom instead of this van's full-width end washroom. Like the rest of the Swift portfolio, the Challenger uses the firm's new Arali Sen wood grain, and there's dimmable LED lighting, an Aldi 3020 heating system, plus Duvalite mattresses for all fixed beds. When you're cooking for a family, you need a really good kitchen, and this Challenger has everything you could need. There's a dual fuel hob, with this really neat little protective panel to avoid you burning your hands as you step in through the door when someone's cooking. There's also a separate oven and grill, and I particularly like the sighting of this microwave. It's not above the hob and it's at a really good height. I also love the backlit splashback, the Omnivent to get rid of cooking smells, and that there's a proper sized bin mounted on the door. The only obvious flaw is that there's a fairly limited amount of food preparation space. Except there isn't, because Swift has thought of that too. You simply undo this catch and you get a load of space, plenty of room to put all your veg while you're chopping up. If you need yet more, there is also a dinette on this side of the van, which offers an overflow area for the lounge or somewhere for the kids to play. And at night, the table drops down to make a good sized single with a fold out bunk above. There's even a curtain you can pull round at night to keep it nice and dark, help the kids get to sleep. And once they're down, you can head back to the master suite, which can be closed off from the rest of the van by a concertina screen. This fixed bed is 6 foot 4 inches long, which is a pretty good size. Although there is a cutout to help you get back here to the washroom, it's not as pronounced as on many vans. With a mount for a television, your own reading lights, and a good sized window, this provides a real oasis for weary parents to relax in. There's a big wardrobe in here too, which is supported by 8 overhead lockers throughout the van. And of course there's a huge storage space beneath the bed, usefully near the axles so you can load it on tow. There's a generous 236 kilogram payload within its 800 kilo MTPLM, allowing you to do just that. 6-berth vans often have rather compromised washrooms, but not so this 630. Through the large door you'll find a deep, full-width end washroom that should give a busy family all the space it needs. It's not exactly luxurious in feel, but it's otherwise pretty hard to fault, with that fully lined shower unit and plenty of storage options. Shopping for a new caravan can be so confusing for inexperienced buyers when there's such a bewildering array of layouts available, but a look at this Challenger SE630 reveals just why manufacturers produce so many different options. The L-shaped lounge might not be ideal for everybody, but the benefits it brings you in terms of washroom space are immediately obvious when you step aboard, and for some buyers that's what'll make it their perfect van.